No, that's great. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Oh yeah, I've been there Westlake. I mean, it's great club, little downstairs and stuff.
Yeah.
This is going to be hard for you to do, but can you give me a story you've never told before? Maybe
Mm.
something behind the scenes or front of the scenes from the Letterman show that is just, he's like, I've never told this story before, but this was a wild night, or this is even an, just even a regular story, but I just never talked about this before.
That's hard because it, you know, it was such a, for me, it was, I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard question to answer, not knowing in advance to prepare something. Like for me, though, because to think about those, 17 years is so
Right.
many things happen. One story that I think I might have told, maybe never in an interview, was the Eli Manning was coming back from the Super Bowl and his plane was stuck in the air circling and they didn't land. And they asked me to put a set together. Will you go? Because I always had someone ready in case they last minute. Brian Kiley, Mark Maron, Todd Barry. There were comics that lived close to Letterman that
Right.
I could bring them if we needed someone last minute. And
Sure.
had their sets ready, but I had already used them and the show was recording. And they said, can you put a set together? So I put a set together, but I learned from Mitzi Shore, the woman who ran the Comedy Store, you
Sure.
needed one joke at the beginning that was like 5 or 10 seconds, get a laugh. And I didn't have one. I had a whole set that I could have done and I was putting it together, but I didn't have a joke, but I had written something at home that I thought was funny. Because New York City has 2 train stations, Grand Central Station and Penn Station.
Right.
And Grand Central is more famous and has a million quotes. So I said the other day I was in Penn Station. It was so crowded. It was like Grand Central Station in there. And I thought that's a really funny joke.
That's a great one.
So I had never tried it on television or for humans or I never did it on stage, but I thought, okay, that's a good thing to open with, not realizing in all the madness that the crowds at the Letterman show were mostly tourists.
Tourists. Yeah.
95% of the crowds were probably tourists and a lot of people from other countries.
Right.
So here I am doing this joke and the audience didn't get it because they're not from the area. They don't know the Penn Station. They don't know the thing. The only laugh I got was from Bruce, the sax player, who's my friend, because it bombed so horrifically. And I panicked and I got through it and I finally pulled it together and got some laughs and all that. And Dave, of course, cracking shit with me, he put his arm around me and said, hey, how'd you think that went? And, it wasn't fun, but it's something that happened. And, it's a story I think I really haven't told much, but
that's a great story because it involves bombing, which of course we're going to love as comedians.
Right. Yeah.
But it involves you. It's a funny joke. It's just not for the right audience. So that was
right. It's like Grand Central Station in there.
Comedy Train.